My name is Olatorera Oniru and I am an under 40 CEO.
The African Renaissance. The concept that the African people and nation shall overcome the current challenges confronting the continent and achieve cultural, scientific, and economic renewal is here, with young men and women taking the lead. Some call them the new school heroes. We call them under 40 CEOs.
Olatorera Oniru has been described as an assiduous entrepreneur, passionate about all things Africa. She currently leads initiatives to realize a pinnacle in Africa's history, whereby we would rely less on importation and innovate more with natural resources and citizenry capabilities. A member of the National Scholars Honor Society USA, Olatorera flourished in a career working for two Fortune Top 5 companies, namely Bank of America Merrill Lynch and General Electric. She also worked for one of the world's largest telecommunications companies, Lars Magnus Ericsson, as a global consultant and later as head of sales governance. Olatorera has a scholarship-based master in business administration from the prestigious Emory University, USA, and executive management certificates from Stockholm School of Economics in Sweden and International Institute for Management Development in Switzerland. She is the CEO of DressMeOutlet.com.
All right, welcome to Under 40 CEOs, Olatorera.
Thank you for having me, Fab.
All right, lovely. I learned that you spent, part of your growing years in Nigeria and the other half in the US. Please do share more about this.
So I was born, raised in Nigeria, Ibadan to be precise. I spent about 10 years, went to Lagos, Queen's College, Yaba, Lagos. That's where I started my JSS.
Okay.
And then halfway through QC, parents said, hey, time for you to go to the US. We'll prefer for you to get, an international education. Okay. And so I left Nigeria, went to the US. I was there until I finished my undergraduate school. And then I started working in New York. After a bit of time, came back to Nigeria, worked here, went back for MBA, came back. So it's been a very good mix of the
local
US and
international breeding.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. I mean, you bagged a degree in business admin and entrepreneurship, I believe.
Yes. So I did my master's in leadership, strategy, and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what informed the course that you chose?
Well, my undergraduate was also in business administration, so it was just, a continuation of that. I think I got about 3-4 years of experience before going for my master's. By the time I was going for my master's, I knew I wanted to go into entrepreneurship, but I felt like I needed some more time to strategize, get some more education, and just be fully prepared to delve into it. And so I went to get my master's, and during that period of time, I was ensuring that I was very focused on, learning and preparing that business plan for after my master's. Yeah.
You had to have been very focused because I know you got a scholarship to Emory University.
Yeah.
Right. How did that happen?
Well, I got 2 scholarships: National Black MBA Association and then the Executive Leadership Council (ELC). Those were very, very helpful. I think we all know that MBA is very expensive, even at the top 20 schools, which Emory is one of them in the US. It's extremely expensive. So I needed that scholarship. So I come out and I'm really able to focus on, starting these businesses rather than on, paying back debt.
All right, beautiful. Yeah. Now, back in the US, I believe you were working for a number of Fortune 500 companies, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. What about entrepreneurship is attractive to you?
The companies I worked for, the top 5 Fortune 5 companies, they're extremely zealous companies. So they hire the best of the very best. Even with that, they turn out the best of the very best. So it's a very, very competitive environment. Everybody's challenged to give their very best, to be their very best. And I think that translated into me wanting to see Africa, Nigeria, everything around me just be that very best. So going into entrepreneurship, I wanted Dress Me Outlet to be that very best, number one. So I guess it develop that competitive spirit in me. There's no how the top Fortune 5 companies could have made it into top 5 companies in America, and some of them are top 5 in the world, you know, without being very competitive and, you know, being very focused on results and, you know, driving excellence in everything they do. So that's being translated into, you know, my entrepreneurial life, Dress Me Outlet, and everything else I work on the side.
What problem was Dress Me Outlet created, you know, to solve?
Dress Me Outlet wanted to infuse more technology and a digital experience into local and international retail. We also wanted the global, you know, market to have a feel and to get comfortable and aware of made in Africa products. So take, for example, our local customers in Nigeria. They purchase from dressmeoutlet.com. If it's Lagos, they get same-day delivery. Outside of Lagos, they get 3 days or less delivery. We've had packages get to Abuja next day, as compared to if they're ordering from somewhere in the USA and it takes 4 to 6 weeks to arrive. So not only are we giving that rapid, fast digital experience, we're infusing technology into it. You get a platform where it's very quick and easy to order, and you get your packages very quickly. So that's part of the problems Dress Me Outlet was created to solve. We're also creating global visibility for the Made in Africa brands. We've had brands from South Africa, Morocco, the argan oil, brands from Abeokuta, the shea butters, you know, brands from Ibadan, some jewelry. We've come across people making amazing things across Nigeria, across Africa, and so our goal is to continue expanding our amount of vendors, amount of people who are retailing on the platform, and getting these products as rapidly as possible to our end consumers, which happens to be global.
So you've gotten a couple of nods, recognitions, awards for your work. I mean, Forbes, Nigerian woman who is building the fashion Amazon of Africa, the Young Achiever of the Year Award, African Achievers Award, Future Nigeria Awards, you were nominated. I mean, what do these nods, you know, accolades and awards, what do they truly mean to you?
They mean everything to me. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy, you know, meeting the thousands of customers and the hundreds of vendors that are retailing with us. I enjoy seeing the growth. I enjoy seeing the results. I enjoy the innovation. I enjoy the team we have here at Dress Me Outlet. And so to actually get an additional recognition and say, hey, Olatorera, well done for what you're doing, that makes me feel great. And that makes me keep going. So I'm jumping 10 miles ahead with each recognition. I'm saying, hey, okay, this is what we're going to do more. This is where we're going to get to. So we have a 1-year plan, 2-year plan, 3-year plan. That helps us to never stop.
So there's this debate about work-life balance.
Yeah.
Is it achievable or is it a myth? Now, what end of the spectrum do you fall on?
I think work-life balance is extremely important. I'm one of those people that I like to have fun. I like to enjoy my life. I'm very big on being happy. So you definitely have to have that work-life balance. And I think it's also important to enjoy what you do, enjoy work. You know, it's that fine balance. So, you know, I'm able to easily give dressmeoutlet.com 22 out of 24 hours a day sometimes, and I wouldn't feel like, oh my God, what the hell? No, I'm happy because I'm actually enjoying it. But then there also has to be that fine balance because I have a family, I have a husband, I have kids that I love very much. So taking out time to go out to the park with my kids or spending time with my husband, when he says, hey, Tara, I'm picking you up, we're going out to have lunch, I'm like jumping up and down, I'm very happy. So we definitely need that balance. I love that balance and I want it, so yeah.
Your Twitter bio describes you as an investor. Now, besides Dress Me Outlet, what other ventures have you funded?
Through Dress Me Outlet, we funded a few businesses. We have this Creative Entrepreneurs Development Program, whereby we assist people we come across who are making nice things, decent things. You know, the design is great, but they probably just don't have the funding or the expertise to go to the next level of being able to retail. So the quality is not yet perfect. So we've assisted one or two. One of them, he's in Ibadan, he makes some sleepers, very amazing sleepers. We like the design, but the quality of the materials he was using were not top notch. So he approached us, he applied for the Creative Entrepreneurs Development Program, and we accepted him into it. So it's a bit of funding, and of course it's a bit of partnership. We give you a bit of a working space, and then we also give you some mentorship.
So Olatorera, you've been described as successful. How would you define success?
Success means living my dreams, enjoying what I work hard for on a daily basis. Success means the results we continue to get. Success means the team being happy, the team growing. Success means revenue growing month to month. Success means 200% growth year over year. Success is defined in so many different ways. Success is the 10s to 20s of events that, invite me to speak on, annual basis. Success is the customer base continue to increase. When we, in a full week, you get orders from, Jos, Kano, Kaduna, Abuja. That's success. I think just, being able to get those products to our customers in a rapid manner with very good customer service, testimonials are raving, the recognition, you coming to interview me, I think that's all great. I enjoy it and I love it and I'm grateful for it.
You just mentioned, being invited, to speak at loads of different engagements. You're a development speaker, but what is your favorite thing to speak about?
I love speaking about entrepreneurship, leadership, the Made in Africa movement. I'm very passionate about Africa. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, from my, I think my pitch becomes a bit higher. Yeah. I want to see this country realize its greatest, ambitions, potentials. I meet amazing people on a daily basis. I want to be able to say, hey, I have a job for you. Hey, I can help you. I can mentor you. Hey, you can be great. I don't believe in the 75% poverty rate we have. I believe we have such great human capital. Human resources. I meet great people on a daily basis who just want that opportunity to be great. I think the educational system can be revamped here in Nigeria to give people more opportunities to actually realize their ambitions.
Olatorera has been invited to speak at over 100 preeminent events, including AfricaCom, NigeriaCom, World Retail Congress, TMT Finance, Seamless Africa, African Development Forum, Women in Business South Africa, Mobile West Africa, and several other leading events. She has been recognized by Commonwealth Africa Awards, Forbes' Most Promising Africans, Africa.com's Top 5 Youngest Entrepreneurs, and African Achievers Awards. Her track record of success has been featured in Forbes, Huffington Post, CNN, and several other leading publications.
So tell me, Olatorera, how many unique visits are you currently receiving on your platform?
Yeah, so we get roughly about 5,000 per day from the last time we checked. Yeah.
So talking about competition, who would you say your competition is, and how do you handle or manage competition?
Well, some of our competitors include Jumia, of course, Konga. You can't call Jumia without calling Konga. And then Zuva, Kisua. Kisua is based in South Africa. Zuva is based in the US. Locally, within the fashion space, Payporte too. Payporte has the offline and the online. They just recently opened up the offline, I think. So competitors are definitely there. We learn from them, of course. We're just constantly trying to innovate. We're trying to be ahead of the game. We're trying to be number one in what we're doing. We want to constantly continue serving our customers as efficiently as possible. So we're very focused on our customers. We're very happy if there's an area we can fulfill that our customers need. We're constantly looking to fill whatever gaps that exists within the market and the industry.
So what are those key challenges that you've had to overcome in business, to make the strides that you've made so far?
Key challenges I've had to overcome in business. I think the major challenges have been challenges that are really aching to an underdeveloped nation. So we all know that Nigeria is plagued with poverty, corruption, lack of stable electricity. These things have in some way, shape or form translated into doing business as an entrepreneur. When we talk about corruption, we've had customers who have devised all sorts of strategies to get products for free, and there's a lot of cunning things that go on behind the scenes. Lack of stable electricity. I'm sure you can hear the generator sound on. So that's a double expense on our income statement. So yeah, the challenges are majorly challenges that come with the environment. Of course, it would be great if the poverty rate wasn't that high. Then you have more people who can afford the goods locally. So the educational system, we've had to devise training programs for our employees, so onboarding programs. It's a bit cumbersome and it's expensive. I just wish the schools would readily prepare people for the next step after graduation, so we wouldn't take on that expense. But hey, it's challenges and they're meant to be overcome. So within the company, we're working on overcoming every challenge that comes our way.
During the course of her employed years, she traveled to over 50 cities in over 10 countries in 4 continents.
I know you're well traveled. How has travel and interacting with diverse cultures and people added value to your person?
I think traveling definitely impacted my personality, my ambitions, the company significantly. So prior to establishing dressmeoutlet.com, right after my MBA, I traveled extensively. I don't think I was anywhere for more than three weeks. This happened when I was having my daughter, so even with my pregnancy, I was on the go constantly. I was meeting people, I was seeing great things, great places, I was seeing how places were engineered and how businesses were structured, innovation, and you're like, wow, the world has really left us behind. The world is like a century ahead of where Nigeria is. What are we going to do to catch up? And so after starting dressmeoutlet.com, I've been called to speak in so many countries within and outside Africa. So when I went to Ethiopia, I've seen poverty very similar to Nigeria. I've gone to Cape Town, I've said, oh, hey, South Africa is doing a little bit better. I'm really impressed with what they're doing. We have some upcoming travel plans for Canada, Dubai, Women in Leadership Conference. So these things also help us continue to not just be within our current environment, but when I travel out, I'm able to also appreciate some more things and bring them back home. Go somewhere else, appreciate some more things, bring them back home. So it's a constant review cycle. So yeah, at the end of the day, the goal is to continue seeing Africa, Nigeria, the fashion industry, whatever little, contributions the company can, infuse into growth. All I want is to see growth results.
All right, so tell me, how would you describe your leadership style?
How would I describe my leadership style? I think I'm very, what's the word? I like to bring people together. I like to see results based on cohesiveness. I like to see we tend to have our monthly meetings, all employee meetings. I like to see that there's no one person left behind. I like to see that people are growing. I'm one of those people that I rarely withhold knowledge. I would withhold it if I feel like, it may be detrimental to some people, or it may be detrimental to the company. But besides that, I'm really freely giving with knowledge. This is how I, did this at General Electric. Hey, this is how I did this at this. And I believe it would help you to be able to be more efficient, to be able to produce more results. I would easily give that knowledge.
Tell me about your failings and failures as a leader.
I'm not sure of failure, but I can tell you some things that I know that, I've gotten feedback on, or maybe I do a little bit too much of. So I'm very big on results. I would do whatever it takes to achieve that final set goal. If we say we want to get 4,000 people to attend cocktails and dresses in December, I am on it. If it means sleepless nights, whatever it takes, some hustling here and there, I'm doing that. If it means that I physically have to go and give invitations to 4,000 people, I would actually do that. So I found that as a leader, I tend to somewhat expect a bit too much sometimes. I may be a bit pushy, I think the fact that you know, I have worked at Fortune 5 companies. I shouldn't expect, you know, direct reports to have worked at Fortune 5 companies and to be that zealous and running helter-skelter. So I've been able to caution myself to take it easy, don't expect too much, expect greatness, expect results, train, assist, mentor, but calm down if it's not perfect.
So what values are important to you and Dress Me Outlet?
What values are important to me and the company Dress Me Outlet? Definitely hard work, togetherness, teamwork is what we would call it. Hard work, teamwork, ethics, morals, what's that word? You know, just making sure that what you're doing is very ethical. What else? Customer service, extremely important. So customer is king here at Dress Me Outlet. At the end of the day, even if they're just buying 500 naira worth of things, or if they're buying 500,000 naira worth of things, we treat them the exact same way. And so constant growth, innovation. You know, don't just get stuck. We've built a platform that works. We've built processes that works. But don't forget, there are new processes to be built constantly. There's a tomorrow. There are loopholes in every process. There's just some innovation that you can infuse that will constantly keep you at number one or shoot you up to number one. So constant growth too.
All right, beautiful.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest letdown that you've had, you know, in your career so far, in your business so far?
Biggest letdown. I don't know, I just continue pushing. Should I tell you that I wish we had stable electricity? Maybe that. But I don't think I've had a letdown. We're just constantly growing, constantly working hard. We keep moving. We don't stop. It's a day-to-day thing.
Olatorera's confidence in her vision is endearing, and I'm quite inspired by her drive. However, I would like to find out what she does whilst away from work, and also hope to unveil some of her unique lifestyle choices.
So I have a few quick fire questions for you. Are you ready? What do you love to eat?
Soup, spinach, you know, I love smoothies. I absolutely love smoothies. So any fruit juice I'm good with.
How would you describe your style, your fashion style?
I like to be very comfortable, but I also like to dress up when the occasion calls for it.
What are your favorite brands to wear?
My favorite brand, I think I wear a lot of Trisha Couture dresses, amazing dresses.
What other CEOs do you currently look up to?
There are a lot of female CEOs I look up to. I think Flourished doing really great, and then I also I think Mr. Olayemi Cardoso has done fantastically well throughout his career.
What's your favorite car to drive?
I think that would be a G-Wagon.
So what's your favorite travel destination?
Favorite travel destination would probably be the USA. If I want to name a city or a state there, that would be New York.
Your favorite book of all time?
Fly Girl by Omar Tyree.
Now, what book are you reading right now?
I'm not reading any books, I'll be very honest with you.
A final question. What makes you happy?
Everything. My family. Everything I work hard for, results, happiness, good people, having a good time, networking, yeah.
All right, thank you for coming on Under 40 CEOs, Olatorera.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Olatorera Oniru, and you too can be an Under 40 CEO.